Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Nayu from CZT Emiko Kaneko. I hope I pronounced that right. All right, it's a very neat tangle, um, and it's on the Celtic knot ish type of realm. Um, it's really really neat and not too hard. So starts off with what is that? I keep wanting to call it a seed shape, but it's more of a flux shape in my mind because it's rounded at the top. You could do a regular seed shape if you want though, and I'm going to do this on the square. So positioning, I guess, is my one challenge. So we're going to do this flux shape. I'm just going to start it here. The challenge is you want to leave enough room up here because we are going to be auraing on top of it. And we're going to leave some space in the middle too. So that's where it's like, okay, let's just decide. So what I like to do, and we're going to do 4, although you can do more than that if you want to, because I saw some beautiful things that some people did on our classes. Um, just really really neat. Okay, so I usually do north, and then a south, and then I turn it, and so when I was trying to keep it centered, it's all good. Then I do north and south again, like that. This one is pretty forgiving, so don't stress too much about it. All right, I turn it this way. Well, I guess that's good. As if it matters where I start. Okay, wherever you want to start, pick a shape. And what we're going to do is from the tip of this, we're going to draw kind of a curved line to the seat. I'm going counterclockwise or to the left. And we're going to draw this line. Let me just draw it and I'll tell you. And stop before you get to it. Okay? Then, and the more space you leave, probably the better because we can fill it in afterwards. Then, we're going to, like I said, we're going to aura around it. So, coming from that line and auraing around the flux shape and that line, coming down and ending about the same place. Okay? Then, now here, a point I want to make sure to make. We're going to go from this seat. So while we're kind of drawing counterclockwise, we're going to go clockwise, to the next flux shape. And so this one, same idea. We're going from the tip of this to the tip of this, but you want to line. Let me just do it and then I'll show you. Sometimes I have trouble just kind of how do I want to explain this so it makes sense. And in my doing that, it makes even worse sense. So as you can see, so this line then looks like it's hollowing under here to connect over here. So if you aim for the bottom of this to the bottom of that, then you're good. Because then when we aura it, we're going to aura it and come around and have it somewhat line up as best you can with the outside line. So again, same idea, and then I kind of like to as I'm coming in for a landing, I like to go slow so I can line it up as best I can, like that. And then it's rinse and repeat as we go around. One thing that I did, and I'm going to go ahead and do that, and just remember, tip of this to tip of that. And you could do the take off and land concept a little bit, so that's just tracing over here a little bit as so that way it doesn't look like a bump, and then you can continue. And yeah, like I said, I put these all in the step out individually because I found it helpful myself to see it. And that's a lot of times. Sometimes when I do my own versions of the step outs, it's because I want to break down some of the steps a little bit further, just because I find it helpful. All right, and so here's that last one, and this is where leaving these short, helps, because what we don't want to do is we don't want to, I don't want to put the line over them. Oh, and then two, where I start this aura, can I have it line up with that? That's helpful. All right, and I'm turning my tile a little bit here. And if you come shy, like I'm going to do right now, because I want it to meet up, these, then obviously you can just carefully extend those lines over, and no one's the wiser. It's our secret. So, just a couple things to pay attention to, but really relatively easy to do. All right, then, really decorating time. And Emiko has us putting an orb in the center. And you just kind of tightly fit it in there. And then orbs on, in these sections. I'm gonna start it on that line, so I make sure to fit it in there. And you can have as much fun as you want with these, and how you want to draw them. Like so. And then some really elongated C-shaped curve lines. Or, they look like, oops, hold on. I have to do that. I should have paused it, but, apologize. I wanted to do that quick. I don't know how long it's been that way, because I've been looking at what I'm doing and not at the screen. All right, so a long C-shaped curve line, kind of like a petal shape. And if you end up with more space, of course, you could put more in if you wish. The height is completely up to you. And I highly encourage you, take a look at that for more inspiration link for to look at the samples that Emiko has provided, and really, really neat. And I just always think it's good for you to see it from the creator of the Tangle's hand, just so you can see. Oh, and then also we're going to fill in these little gaps here. But yeah, there's a really neat sample on there. That's like going, whoo, that's really ambitious. I almost want to. I think I might take it apart someday and just she did multiples of these, and then some other neat shapes, and it's just gorgeous. All right, and then also, she is filling in these. Actually, I'm going to grab my graphic one, and fill those in. I like this because it does add some contrast. Although, I mean, you could consider this the decorating part, and you could do, if you wanted to do something else, of course, it's Zentangle. You can do what you wish. And what's neat about this is you could have it be, essentially like a reticular or a feature tangle that you do other things around, or if you can do it, small enough, like this is a 2 inch by 2 inch, and because in the sample it's almost like she did it in a grid pattern, just really, really neat, like a grid without the grid lines, but just super. All right, it's just gorgeous. And then on the outside of here, just some little lines. I like to lift my pen up as I do it, so that way you get that nice little taper versus a hard stop. And I'm just putting if I can fit 3 little lines in there. Like so. And then we can have some fun shading. All right. For this one, okay, number one thing, where you have the over and unders, I'm just going to put a little bit of graphite on either side. And so I'm going on the outside of the lines that cross. And then just going to bring it. Let me just put this in the same direction each time. So I'm just bringing it down and into that channel is the only word that I have for that. I don't know why. That's the word I have. And it works best to put the tip of the tortilla on that graphite, and I just kind of pressing a little bit and pulling it back into where I want it. Did I get them all? It looks like I did. Then, actually, I think we're gonna put some graphite just around here. I want it to go out in here a little bit, but I kind of want to shade the orb a little bit. Put a little C shape in there. Wow. Let's have that come up a little more. Yes. Well, I didn't mean for that to go in there, but oh well, it has, and that's okay. Oops, and let's get this little guy in the center. And, well, let's see. Since it's kind of dark there, and if you end up with something too dark, ooh, look at how that little shine right there. Let's just add a little. That always helps, just a little bit of gel pen. And let's do this. I'm just going to put a little bit on the ends here, because they're so tall, they just need something. And we'll give it a little curve. And I haven't looked yet. Oh, yes. Yes. It's so magical. So much fun. Oh, yes. All right. It never gets old. Never, ever, ever. How cool is that? Love it. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I hope that you enjoyed it. And I'm just adding a little bit of white charcoal to see if I can lighten up that little ball that I have there. Oh yes, just a tad. That helps. Awesome. So if you enjoyed this, we'd love to have you click the like button. But I want to show you something first. Because we used this in a class today. And if you liked it enough to see more, please hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. But only if you like it enough to see more. All right, so I had a class today called Zen Bossing. And it's and I don't know if she's a CZT, if Zen Linea, and I know she has a YouTube channel here, and it just has this really neat Zen bossing technique. You can search Zen bossing, and I'm sure that that's who will pop up. And we had a really fun time with this tangle and this Zen bossing technique. I still have some shading to do on that one, some cleaning up, but wow, we just had a lot of fun. So anyway, lots of fun things that you can do with this tangle, and just keeping it, simple as well. So with that, I hope you check out the description section for links to step outs and ways to connect with me. If you are interested in classes such as these, uh, do check out the classes page on my website. This was a paid class. I do essentially 3 classes a month that are paid. The rest are free. Every Thursday. I do 2 sessions, and it's called Tangle Time. They're free, and one Tuesday a month that's free. That's called Tough Tangle Tuesday. We have a lot of fun. We create a lot of neat art and explore just really cool techniques and everything's Zentangle. So, would love to have you join us. There's also links to my Facebook page and our private Facebook group for this amazing Zentangle Tangle Addicts community that has developed over the last 3 years. We'd love to have you join us. So, with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.